How is the
It's fine.
center?
Yeah, almost finishing the first session.
If you're on time, you don't take his attendance exam slip. What time? But the previous is more like
Have they finished? Have they finished?
Of the foundation of tertiary institutions, the JAMB is undertaking its examination. That is why we are going for oversight as stakeholders from the Senate of the National Assembly. As part of our oversight function to ensure that there is accountability and transparency in whatever aspect of government activities as part of the educational system, which under the 10th Assembly, under the leadership of our leaders, the Senate President and the leadership of the National Assembly, we are here today to witness this very important development and hence the responsibility given to us as stakeholders. These are my colleagues who are here to ensure that Nigeria is set in a global arena as regards to educational system. This is one of the foundations that makes education to be in the universities. You have to write these exams, and you have seen it yourself, and I believe it's very commendable and it's very important for us today.
Are you satisfied with what
your assessment?
In actual sense, if you look at it, it's well prepared and it is very satisfied. What they are doing it in batches because of the number of intakes, those that are going to write the exams. I think today they have 3 batch, and the first batch is almost finishing. So the second batch are the ones on the queue, so that they can enter and write the exams. So it's commendable and it's well arranged and well prepared. We want to appreciate the effort of the registrar of JAMB, who is highly transparent and very commendable in terms of what he has done. He has bring transparency and also sanity in all the exams malpractices in the JAMB setup. So we are commendable for what he has done.
Are there areas of improvement that you think? Are there areas you think that JAMB can improve?
What is important and very fundamental, JAMB has taken care of, even if there is any malpractice or anything, because I have seen it as a stakeholder when we have a retreat with them, they even discover those that steal some of their livestock, so they have a tracker to ensure that everything is monitored, and they have CCTV to monitor all their sites throughout the country. And also they set a standard of making sure that no any person will be admitted without the due approval, without passing the exam. So this is commendable, and I think it's timely to support and enhance educational system in Nigeria. Our essence as lawmakers is to ensure that all Nigerians are supposed to study in Nigeria so that we can develop this country. We have no other countries than Nigeria. We have to work very hard to ensure that these children are studied well and deserve to be given the opportunity to serve in their capacity as future leaders so that they can be trained professionally in all aspects of academic excellence. So in the field of science, in the field of art, in the field of medical and other related courses. So it's commendable for the effort of JAMB. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Are we happy? No, I'm coming.
Let him come now. Go on. Bring your card.
Senator, it's actually suggesting that when we go to the next session, maybe you and the senator go and have so that we don't continue and disrupt the candidates. So I told him that I would inform you. So once we get there, maybe just have to as we're going, then we'll just stop outside and we'll enter. Just the maybe 9.
Don't press anything on the computer. Don't enter anything. If you're not by train, don't press anything.
The way you've approached it is really showing results. But I want to ask, how much are you doing towards ensuring that there is a fair creation of exam centers in our localities? I want to talk about like the rural areas, because most of these exams are rather in the urban area than the rural areas. I believe that if we would open up, because pre-exams experience matters a lot.
Yes,
so how are you doing towards trying to reach
the
hinterland?
candidates are supposed to be trained in their schools.
Okay.
The schools have computers.
Sorry,
training.
DFA. Let me just add to what you said.
Yeah.
My practical experience is that most of the students in rural areas have never seen the first time they are coming to the exam center. They teach them theory because I can tell you
a mistake and you didn't print an answer. I go to Kefi. Because from day one I choose Gariki. Now this is where I want to sit the examination. So what took me to Kefi? I have no business with Kefi.
We make sure we
So
assign
even if you are making
exam
mistake,
town.
even if you are making mistake, your mistake should be within the town that you have picked.
Exam
Not
town.
going outside your exam town.
So there are no situations where
You take them outside. No, JAMB does not choose exam town for
No.
candidates.
Every candidate picks his examination town.
But
where he was right.
if you have many candidates in a particular town, we can do more days in particular. So the days differ depending on the number of candidates that chose that town.
I learned you are
And
trying.
you print 1 week before your exam.
That's
So you will have known your
Where
exam
you are.
town and the date and the session that you belongs to.
okay.
What I wanted to say is that we're afraid of this competence session.
Has finished. Well, they have gone. Yes.
So this one now, you have how many press absent? 9. And all of them, you are able to verify all of them.
You know there is challenge which I told you because of the communication gap and the problems. Like in my state, somebody traveled to Funtua from Katsina. He slept in Katsina. When he opened up his,
And also the sleep.
so this mix of, so he has to go back to Katsina, and his center is in FCE Katsina. So all these challenges, when we wind up, if somebody bring a genuine complaint, maybe you will set a date to finish because they to do the exams for them. Because if they fail, and this is not caused by them willingly, or somebody is sick. Somebody can feel sick.
You know, at the point of registration, you choose examination type. Casina is an examination type. Funtua is a different examination type. For instance, if I choose to write exam in Garki, I know naturally I'm supposed to write exam in Garki. For a candidate that went to Funtua, when he choose Funtua or Casina, naturally he knows that his examination, he has chosen Casina, there's nothing that would have taken him to Funtua. And then he would have printed that slip ahead of time.
Okay. By interacting with the computer, practically, they teach them the theory. The first time they even fear of seeing the system in front of them puts them off. So that's why we record failures.
Sorry, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, distinguished sir. What we did, we understand all these fears and challenges. We adopt a model of the telephone model. We reason that everybody, at least we have a fair knowledge of the telephone system. The computer you see is just a veil. The function that the candidate performs on the computer is just 9 functions.
9 keys.
The options are ABC. Understand? So once you open the system, your question listing, if the option you just click ABC, that's all. You don't have anything to do with other
All of that parts of
and the assumption is that if you can dial a phone to make a call,
they should
you
be able to do the
where A
9 keys.
is, where B is and C. And even beside that, we go further. That explains why we introduce what we call the mock. The mock exercise is to give the candidate, okay, I've not seen the computer, let me have an environment, familiarize myself with the system so that the phobia for computer would have been gone before the exam. But that apart, before the examination, you see those candidates are seated. Before the time, somebody will come, give them a tutorial on how they will now use the system and all this. That look, don't mind yourself with other functions of the computer.
Just
this is where you should just operate.
Before
So once you have this, your
Yes.
finger, only one finger, you just be punching like this and
A, B, C, D.
and once you punch the A, the next question automatically appears. You punch the B, the next question automatically appears. The only place you will need another function is maybe you are finished, you want to go back to see what you have done before. Just click the arrow behind, you just be clicking, and then when you finish, and then even when you don't submit, the computer submit automatically for you.
At the
So
end of the
invariably
time.
you have no function, there is no functionality of the computer on the examination.
You are doing well.
That makes sense.
You are doing well, but we won't mind having a fair centers distributed around the senatorial.
Yes, sir, you say so.
No, we have
Wouldn't mind having
880 centers.
For that exposure,
We have only 754 local communities in Nigeria, but we have over almost 900 centers. So there is almost no local government that is not represented.
And to even add to that, sir, distinguished, you know, the registrar, Mr. Chairman, you know, we've been clamoring that, at least in part of your constituency project. You know, the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, had directed NCC to build one center in each senatorial district. NCC is doing that, though they have not completed all the centers. We are also doing that with the limited resources we have. But we are also asking the National Assembly, by way of constituency project, that if you can ask for a center in each of your zone, if the rest will also ask for a center in each of their zone, we would have covered the 774 local government nation.
All right.
Or if I
All right.
ask,
I'm doing one in this.
and I'm
Perfect.
getting, sir,
No, what is important, I think my respected colleagues, is good to have a on-spot assessment of each and every local government in the 774 local governments where there is no ICT center, so that we can forge ahead, push in the 2026 budget, or if there is supplementary budget, because this very important examination is key to the success of educational sector in Nigeria. I think it is timely because I believe most of the local government in my senatorial district, it's only 2 local governments that have the ICT center. So I'm just telling you this very honestly. So I think what is important, we need to have a
CBT center.
to know the actual ICT centers, those that are private and those that are owned by the government, so that we can see how we can forge ahead to see how best we can.
Of course, it's not free now. You pay them per
I think
candidate.
it's
Of course, that's why they're doing it.
because
Otherwise, it's not free.
add value to our children and to our students. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
I think the media can now take it from there that Mr. Chairman has promised that they will look into it to ensure that they have CBT center in each local government of the federation.
Yes.
That should be the headline.
We'll work in partner with you too.
Yes,
You should be doing it, we will be doing it. At least we made at a particular
We
level.
can cover all the
Yes, we will make sure that we will facilitate it because it's very important. Because
This is a road.
Nigerians are supposed to study in Nigeria, and we are supposed to work very hard to ensure that all the dollars and funds we repatriate overseas are now made in Nigerian universities, are made in Nigerian students. So I believe if we can do that, it will even bring more maybe foreigners to come and do their studies here. Look at Pakistani here is writing exam. So if they may find it more easier, as we need to work to have a nationalistic feeling and ensure that our educational system and even our moral system is being encouraged so that we can have fair play in the 6th geopolitical zone. Thanks so much. We have Northwest Development Commission, we have Southeast Development Commission, we have South Development Commission, we have North Central Development Commission, and they are coming in board now. If we have the forensic audit of some of the local governments that doesn't have ICT center, I think it's part of the educational responsibility of the Senate and the House of Reps to ensure that those centers were established in most of the local governments that they don't have, so that going forward we can achieve where we want to achieve despite all obstacles and setbacks. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you everybody. Okay. Interview.